Ancient civilizations mastered the art of fighting and war. Today, we'll explore 3 of the most fearsome warrior groups in history. Stick to the end of this video if you want to learn which one of these is still around today. But before we carry on with our tale, I want to remind you to support your local bard by tossing either 1 like or 1 sub. Now, grab yourselves a cup of mead. The tale is about to begin. Spartans, native to the rugged crags and verdant valleys of ancient Greece. These formidable warriors were unmatched in their ferocity and stoicism. Central to the Spartan martial tradition that was the institution of the agagi, a formidable form of discipline and hardship designed to forge young boys into indomitable warriors. The aim of the agagi was to turn boys into Spartan warriors who were devoted to the state and their fellow soldiers rather than their own families. From the tender age of 7, Spartan younglings were introduced into this brutal regimen, subjecting themselves to the rigor of physical conditioning, martial training, and unyielding severity. Enduring the hardships of the agagi instilled within them an immensely strong resolve, an unbreakable determination to endure and overcome that would serve them as a foundation of their martial prowess. At the heart of the Spartan military discipline was the phalanx, a formidable formation whose ranks stood as an impregnable wall against the tides of the enemies. United by an unbreakable bond of brotherhood and camaraderie, Spartan warriors fought as one, their shields interlocking to form an unbreakable barrier against the onslaught of their foes. The phalanx was more than a mere formation. It was a symbol of Spartan unity, an embodiment of their unyielding resolve to defend their homeland at all costs. But Spartan martial prowess extended beyond the battlefield. It resonated in every facet of their society, shaping their ethos, values, and the way of life. Spartans were taught to prioritize the collective good over individual interest, to give up material wealth and earthly comforts in favor of the state. Theirs was a society deeply steeped in tradition and ritual, where every aspect of life was taken upon with a sense of purpose and duty. In fact, they were so disciplined that they did not even engage in practices such as the excessive consumption of alcohol. Though wine was a part of their diet, they would always consume it in moderation, avoiding the act of getting drunk. The very practice was looked down upon, so much that in order to give younglings a lesson in the disadvantage of engaging in such low practices, they would even force slaves to get drunk as a way of showing young Spartans the negative effects of alcohol. The samurai. The samurai warriors of feudal Japan, emerging during the 12th century and lasting all the way to the Meiji Restoration in 1868. The samurai were a class of elite warriors who served as the military aristocracy, wielding both political power and martial prowess in equal measure. Central to the samurai ethos was the concept of Bushido, a code of conduct that emphasized the virtues of loyalty, honor, and self-sacrifice above all else. Bushido was ruled by 7 principles. These were righteousness, loyalty, honor, respect, honesty, courage, and consistency. From an early age, samurai youths were steeped into the teachings of Bushido, learning to conduct themselves with dignity and grace in all aspects of life. They were taught to uphold the principles of courage, integrity, and selflessness, even in the face of overwhelming odds or certain death. Training as a samurai was a lifelong pursuit, encompassing rigorous physical conditioning, martial arts instruction, and also spiritual cultivation. Samurai youths honed their skills in swordsmanship, archery, and horsemanship under the watchful eye of seasoned mentors, mastering the art of combat through disciplined practice and unwavering dedication. Additionally, the samurai were also schooled in the finer arts of calligraphy, poetry, and tea ceremony, fostering a well-rounded education that emphasized both martial prowess and cultural refinement. Central to the samurai code of Bushido was the principle of giri, referring to loyalty or duty, which dictated unwavering loyalty to one's lord and an unshakable commitment to the samurai's moral and ethical principles. Samurai were expected to conduct themselves with honor and integrity in all their dealings, demonstrating courage in the face of adversity and self-discipline in the pursuit of excellence. Failure to uphold the strict code of Bushido was considered a grave dishonor, punishable by ritual suicide known as seppuku, to atone for one's transgressions and restore honor to one's name. Finally, we got the Templars. The Knights Templar were founded in 1119, with their headquarters on the Temple Mount in Jerusalem, and existed for nearly 2 centuries during the Middle Ages. Emerged as a formidable force in the tumultuous landscape of medieval Europe. They originally emerged as an order to protect Christian pilgrims on the way to the Holy Land. Central to the Templars' ethos was the vow of poverty, chastity, and obedience, a solemn pledge that bound its members to a life of self-sacrifice. Upon joining the order, Templar Knights renounced personal wealth and worldly possessions, embracing a life of austerity and simplicity in service of a higher cause. Material desires and earthly attachments were cast aside in favor of spiritual enlightenment and divine service, as Templars dedicated themselves wholeheartedly to the defense of Christendom and the propagation of the faith. The Templars were more than mere warriors, however. They were also skilled administrators, diplomats, and financiers, wielding their influence and power far beyond the confines of the battlefield. Through their vast network of castles, fortresses, and commanderies, the Templars exercised control over vast swathes of territory, amassing wealth and resources that rivaled those of kings and emperors. As we mentioned before, the order originally served as a way to protect pilgrims on their way to the Holy Land. This was accomplished by establishing certain posts along the way where people could deposit their gold in exchange for a node and a small fee for the service. This method accomplished 2 things: ensuring the safekeeping of the travelers' money and inventing the first banking system, which is still used to this day. Even though their beginnings were humble, this system allowed them to amass a substantial wealth, resulting in monarchs such as Philip IV of France to borrow money from the Templars to fund his wars. King Philip was heavily indebted to the Templars and sought to eliminate his financial obligations by targeting the order. In 1307, King Philip launched a coordinated attack against the Templars, accusing them of heresy, blasphemy, and various other crimes. He ordered the arrest of many Templar knights and seized their assets, including their lands, castles, and treasures. This marked the beginning of a systematic suppression of the Templars throughout France and other regions under Philip's control. But the order didn't die there. It endured through several branches of the order that adopted different names through history in order to preserve their holy mission. In Scotland, they named themselves the Freemasons. In Portugal, the Knights of Christ. In Germany, they founded Rosicrucianism, even reaching as far as North America and Central America. An indigenous tribe in Panama, known as the White Indians of Darien, have Caucasian features and have knowledge of the Templars, going as far as to call them brothers. A docuseries from Gaia called Insider Secrets of the Knights Templar details many fascinating facts and secrets from the order and is presented by Timothy Hogan, current Grandmaster of the Knights Templar. According to Timothy, many secrets discovered by the order during their expeditions in the Holy Land have been kept during centuries. Secrets too controversial to have been exposed in the time where the order required the support of the church. Secrets that will change the very fabric of the faith and history itself. And these secrets are also very soon to be revealed. Thank you so much for listening to this tale, my good citizens. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, comment, share. A small button for you, and a gigantic leap for my channel. Until the next tale, farewell, and may the gods smile upon you.